Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you some British Army slang words that it would help if you knew before you joined the army, and also just for interest as well if you're not in the army. They are quite funny, some of them, quite strange. And then also what I'll do, I'll give you a little bit of time to guess each one as well. So we're going to start off with quite a common one, and that is when you ask someone if they want a brew, and you'll ask them how they want it, and they might say, "I'll have it NATO." It's a fly. They might say, "I'll have it NATO," and that means they want a coffee or tea white with 2 sugars. So if you're making anyone a brew and they want a coffee or tea NATO, they want it white with 2 sugars. The next one we're going to do is a big one. I use this one all the time. If somebody is being Jack. So if someone's being Jack, it means that they are not working as a member of the team and they are just purely looking out for themselves. And you meet these through all walks of life, even on Civvy Street as well. Civvy, there's another one, civilian. You meet them in all walks of life in Civvy Street as well. I've probably been Jack at some point in my career as well, when you've been tired on exercise and that. But Jack is a big one that gets used all of the time. Bakshi, that's another one. So bakshi, that is when you find something which is free or it doesn't go on your account, or you find it and you ask around and it doesn't belong to anyone, and then you can keep it and you've got that. Then bakshi, didn't go on account, free of charge. They are the best. They are the best finds when something is bakshi. What else we got? Oh yeah, so we have the walt or Walter Mitty. Walt generally is what it's shortened to, and you'll call someone a walt if they are walking on. You get a lot of this on kind of like Remembrance Sundays and things, where people go to service parades and they'll be wearing lots of medals, and some of those medals won't make sense, and in fact they've just bought those medals just to put on their chest, just to pretend they are someone that they are not. So that is a walt. Next one of my favorite meals, and that is an egg banjo. So generally what will happen at the end of like a long exercise, someone will ask you if you want an egg banjo, and the egg banjo is just an egg sandwich, and you can have it with ketchup, have it with whatever you want, but an egg banjo is an egg sandwich. The naffy, so a lot of people may have heard of this or not, but when you're going to the naffy, you are going to the shop on camp, or it might be off camp depending on on where you're stationed. But generally the naffy, that'll be the shop, the Navy, Army, Air Force Institute. So that'll be the local shop. Day sack, that is kind of like a backpack. So you'll need to know that one, because a lot of people refer to backpacks as day sacks or rucksacks or something like that, but we just call it a day sack. And of course they can be used in the evening as well. This is kind of like an old and bold one, this one is, but somebody might say, "Right, come here, pull up a sandbag." All they mean is sit down, and they're probably going to tell you a story or deliver a set of orders. But pull up a sandbag means just grab a chair, sit down and listen in. What else we got? Right, this is one. Dobie dust. And I give you a couple of seconds here just to see if you know what Dobie dust is. But generally, as I'm talking now, these are the seconds ticking by. But Dobie dust is washing powder. So if you're going to do your Dobie-ing, or you're going to just Dobie, you might say, "Right, yeah, I've got my Dobie to do," or I'm going to do some Dobie-ing. That is, you're going to do some washing, and of course with that you're going to need some Dobie dust, which is washing powder. Don't know where that came from. Pretty crazy, to be honest with you. What else have we got? Badmin. Oh my goodness. So when somebody makes a mistake, they'll be like, "Oh, that's my badmin," which is like admin. No one even knows what admin means within the army. "Oh, I'm going to do admin." That could mean a plethora of things, a million things. But when something goes wrong or you forget to do something, somebody will say, oh yeah, that's pretty much my badmin. So it's just an error on their behalf. Beasted is probably fairly more common within Civvy Street, to be honest with you. But beasted just means you are getting absolutely thrashed mentally or physically, and you've been staying up or doing something which is really difficult, and you've been getting beasted. Right, here we go. The green time machine. And I'll give you a couple of seconds to see if you can figure out what this was. Or it could be the horizontal time accelerator, the HTA. But that is your sleeping bag. Or in another slang is your DOS bag, where you're going to DOS down for the night. So green time machine, horizontal time accelerator, that's your sleeping bag. Or the big green bomber is another one. And another one is alley. A lot of people you might find, well, if you've got a good bit of kit, or you've got some good item of clothing, or you've gone on and bought something, or you've done something which a lot of other people haven't done, they might say that is alley, which is them giving you props more than anything else, and it just describes something cool more than anything. You'll also hear, along with that as well, is when you get an item of clothing or something that belongs to you, you might hear somebody call it Gucci. And obviously Gucci is a brand, but within the army we use the term Gucci for a really good item of equipment. So Gucci is another one. So you might have someone and they might say, oh yeah, I got this new bit of kit, it's really Gucci. It's not the brand, it's actually just a good bit of kit. Redders, everyone's always Redders, McRedison. There's loads, but that just means you're really hot. You're like boiling hot when you are Redders. And I think from what I've written down, they're the fairly common ones that it would be good to know. And what I'll probably do a part 2 to this as well, because I'm sure I'll get lots of comments on other things that people use within the army for slang. But these are just the things now that I've looked at, and they are kind of like the common ones that people use. And if you've got any people that are watching this, just slap them in the comment section, and I'll then do another video with other people's comments, give you a little bit of a shout out as well. But should you have any questions, please, whatever happens, just give me a question in the comment section below, and I always try my best to answer them all. But other than that, take care, speak soon.